everyone. Good afternoon. This is Brian. I'm channel manager from ZWCAD to assist our partner from India. And today I'm glad to introduce Mr. Gurutmi and technology support manager from Hop Technology and Rakesh Rao, managing director from DesignSense to give this presentation about ZWCAD and GeoTools solution for our distinguished guests from India. Hello, Rakesh and group.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Guru.
Hi, Brian.
Okay, so let me introduce. Okay, I guess you can see my screen now. So before we start our presentation, I would like to show you the agenda today. This webinar will take 1 hour approximately. First part, I will give you a brief introduction of ZWCAD, who is the developer of ZWCAD platform. And the second part, Guru will tell you some important and exciting new features of our latest version, ZWCAD 2022, especially GIS features. Last but most importantly, Rakesh Rao from DesignSense will give you a presentation on GeoTools solutions. If you have any question, please feel free to leave your question in Q&A box. We will answer you during the Q&A section. Also, I would like to thank you all for joining our webinar today. I hope all is well and safe and your business is going good. And I believe our solution, ZWCAD and the GeoTools solution, can help your company greatly to save the cost and boost work experience in this post-COVID-19 new normal situation. Okay, I will start my part first, if you don't mind. Okay. So now it is my pleasure to give you some brief information and profile about our company, ZWCAD. This is our milestone. ZWCAD is an international CAD/CAM CAE solution provider for AEC and mechanical industry with more than 20 years histories. So ZWCAD, as you can see, was founded in 1998. We released our first generation of ZWCAD equivalent to AutoCAD in 2002. And we entered into global market competition in 2004. From then on, ZWCAD has kept improving by 2 more generations with our old kernel technologies. So every new year, you can see we have a new major version and go together with 2 SP versions. So we keep improving our product by innovation and adopting new technologies. In 2010, after we finished the acquisition of US company VXTech, we start releasing our 3D CAD/CAM solution, ZW3D. After 10 years product improvement and evaluation, we have been able to enter into a CAE market with the product ZWSim for electronic simulation and analysis, also for structure simulations. This year is a very important year for ZWCAD. We got IPO successfully as the first listed and the biggest engineering software provider in China. We are planning and working on some more bigger and faster step development after this year. Like we have a new project called Wukong project, which is related to BIM. I will share you a little more information after this page. So here I would like to show you some statistics of ZWCAD organization to give you an overview of our team. ZWCAD is the biggest engineering software company in China, also one of the few CAD/CAM CAE provider with all technical kernel technology in the world. As an international company with headquarters in China, now we have 8 branches office in China, US, Vietnam, and coming more overseas local offices. As total employee today, we have more than 11,000, and I want you to pay attention to that. Among of our 11,000 employees, 50% of them are pure engineers from the R&D department. So now totally we have 6 R&D centers, 5 in China and 1 R&D center in USA. You can find from ZWCAD financial report that we keep spending about more than 30% of our revenue into R&D every year. Such a high percentage of R&D spending, I have to say it is much higher than most of the other technology companies, even Huawei in China, as you know. So that's also why we can keep improving good products and support to meet the needs of and satisfaction from our customers. And of course, you can also get good support. Okay, so I guess you all are already familiar with our popular software like ZWCAD, which is for 2D CAD, and we have ZW3D for 3D modeling and CAM, and we have CAE solution as well for ZWCIM. You can find this on the market, but actually I can share you more about our product strategy. So with such a big and a strong R&D team, actually we have a bigger pictures. I can share you now, actually we are being able to plan something beyond our competitors. We call it all-in-one CAX strategies. Our idea basically is to establish an engineering software ecosystem with our solution and platform based on the same data source, which is capable in handling bigger scale project modeling and data collaboration with higher efficiency. There will be 3 steps for us to achieve these goals. First step, we are fulfilling the needs of CAD/CAM CAE customers with our current software tool like ZWCAD, ZW3D, and ZWCIM. Second step, we will integrate our software solutions and restructure our technology to be a more collaborative platform. So finally, we will be able to form our ecosystem for engineering software industries. So I guess you may ask, where is our power and confidence from for such a all-in-one product strategy and ecosystem? So I have to say it is because we have a full control on our 2D and 3D technology based on our own kernel engines, so that we can develop, integrate, and evaluate our software solution from ZWCAD, ZW3D, ZWCIM, and coming WooCommerce project, including BiM. And we have proved that we can provide more friendly and powerful API to support more industry vertical solutions, including third-party add-ons like GeoTools, which we are going to introduce today. And what's more, our PLM solution is on the way. So I guess you may ask, what is WooCommerce project and how about our BIMs? So I can share you a little more about this project. So which is actually we started since 3 years ago. So our BIM project task is to integrate and restructure our next generation 3D platform, which can support cross-disciplinary application in AEC and the manufacturing industry for large-scale project modeling to analyze under the same data. So that's our ecosystems. So customer is a very important part in our ecosystem, beside our business partner like hub solution provider like DesignSense. And we are working closely with some industry research institutes and colleagues to get more progress in our solutions for high tech. So regarding our customers, we can show you more, especially in the next part when group will show you some cases. So to give you some names, I can show you here. So now we have a fast-growing market share with more than 900,000 customers globally. India is one of our most important markets, and we have trust from some big local giants companies like Tata's, L&T, and Zamil, and also recently we have IFC, Admark, Katara. So our partner Hope will share you more about the background of these cases. If you need any solution, if you face any challenges, we can send people to your company to help you to evaluate our product and help you to save the cost. So our product like ZWCAD can help you greatly in the way which I'm showing here, compared to our other alternative in this in facing up those challenges. So that's mainly because first, ZWCAD is a good product, which is very powerful, fast, reliable, and seamless, compatible CAD solution to boost your efficiency and productivity. Second, ZWCAD provides a perpetual and floating, we call network license, to save your budget under current uncertainties. Besides that, we also have very flexible and non-mandatory option for upgrade with friendly price. First, we are very serious to provide good and in-time support to our customer, especially we have joint effort with our partner in India. So last but most importantly, ZWCAD also has quite excellent API, which will enable you to run more application add-ons. So that's all I want to share you about ZWCAD and what our product can bring you the benefits. So next part, I would like to introduce our partners, technical support manager group. Hello, group.
For Brian.
Yeah, can I shift the screen to you now?
Yeah, I will share my screen.
Okay, thank you. Hello, dear guests. If you have any question, please don't forget to leave in the chat box. We will answer you later. It's coming, right? Yes, I can see now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Gurumurthy. I'm from Hope Technology. Hope tries to stay forefront of technology and track record of excellence. Make Hope ideally suitable to CAD/CAM
hello,
solution providers.
group. Hello, group. Okay, I think the voice can be a little louder. Hello.
Yeah, it's audible now.
Okay, it's perfect now. Thank you.
Okay. This is about Hope Technology. We are the exclusive distributor in India. Now, about brief introduction about company product line. In addition to ZWCAD, our flagship product, there are other product specific industrial group. One by one, introduce each product corresponding customer base. ZWCAD mechanical solution for manufacturing industry. We offer complete CAD/CAM solution for intelligent manufacturing. ZWCAD mechanical significantly enhance the design efficiency and improve ability of enterprises. ZW3D is an integrated CAD/CAM solution designed for whole process of product design and development. Hope Technology is a subsidiary of Adrotech Information System Private Limited. Hope operate across the pan-India, all regional offices, all metros and prominent geographical locations like Bengaluru, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, and Noida. We offer the ZWCAD product and Bentley system, golden pattern for promoting popular software like StatPro and MicroStation. SketchUp 3D modeling software for architecture and landscape design. QBCost, cost estimation software focused on different need of quantity surveying. These are the ZWCAD Geo customers. What's new in ZWCAD 2022? The official version has been released few months ago. I think some of you already experienced this version. Today, let's go through some new features and improvements. The new version have a little bit change in menu design. Let's see how it looks in the ZWCAD 2021 user interface first. If you're already using the ZWCAD or other 2D CAD solution, I believe most are familiar with ribbon panel. Now we come up with the classic menu added above the ribbon panel. Even if just small changes, it will still have a save your time, especially who use classic menu, it will more friendly. Datalink, that is called new comparison between the ZWCAD 2022 and the ZWCAD 2021. Hope your connection is good enough now. You can see how faster and smoother than before. Like zoom in, zoom out, create polyline, modify entities, etc. The best way experience speed of the ZWCAD. For example, open in existing file, you can see the difference significantly. Next is Datalink. Datalink has a new feature. It helps to save your time. Why? Sometimes we need some number changes in table. For example, you can see the change in Excel file. You can update the DWG file. Sometimes you forget to change or not. Then you need to double click on the both the side DWG and Excel. But after a data link setup, you can change once in Excel or DWG, it will automatically update. You need to notice in the ZWCAD also in the ribbon panel itself. Now come to the data import, like IFC import, there is a BIM industry. You can import IFC file and we can view the IFC data. In the IFC data, you can see whole detail about structure, like what kind of IFC data has the details and everything you can see in the structural panel. Then you can identify the detail about building details and other properties, IFC properties you can able to see in the IFC structural panel. Then you can identify all the detail in the whole bunch of your product details you can see here. And next is the visualization. Once you come to the import the IFC file, you can visualize whole detail, like what are the things we need to get into the IFC data. Then we can identify and you can cross check your design using IFC data. Next is the RGIS. RGIS is a add-on module. You can add it in the WCAD 2022 SP1. Here you can load your GIS data and we can add the data from the coordinate system, convert into the coordinating system properties. Let's see how we can see assign the coordinate system in 3 different ways. One is you can assign coordinate system using your existing references. Like you can coordinate system, you can select it as per your coordinate system value. Then secondary way, you can choose your project details and RGIS. Then same way, there is 2 more methods you can add, assign your current drawing using RGIS properties. And here you can assign the current drawing using RGIS data coordinate system. Next is a Flashshot. Flashshot, you can convert 2D, 3D model into 2D drawing. For example, you can see that model has another view of other properties like top view, front view. You can able to take the data from the 3D model. This feature creates the geometry from the 3D model using different axes, like you can tool use for top view, front view, and side view, and isometric view. Next is the plot transparency. Plot transparency is available in the WCAD 2022 now. If you want to provide more variant of graphic effects, or you can hope better represent of overlapping object, please don't miss this plot transparency. Now come to the new licensing system. This is the window about old licensing system. That is the 2021 license manager. In new licensing system, there is the efficient license manager with added new user interface and more convenient way of activation, like offline activation using QR code. You can scan your data offline activation. You can scan through your mobile app, and you can all license you can manage in single panel. Next, come to the new features in ZWCAD. Adjustable viewport. It's a convenient you can use for viewport adjustment, and you can resize your viewports. And anti-aliasing switch, it is a smoothness of your curvature. You can use in option menu. Then measure property. Measure property is a new tool. You can measure the distance, radius, and area and mass property. In one single command, you can measure whole bunch of details. And other improvements, come to other improvement is a plot transparency. Plot transparency you can apply on your model space, or while printing, you can underneath design, you can showcase in the plot transparency. Updated data extraction. Now the text is added in the data extraction part. And mLeader, you can add mLeader in right click menu. There's a flexibly you can add leaders. Then movable layer property. You can move your layer property side by side, or you can convenient what property you require, you can move it. This is how these are the new improvements and functions in ZWCAD 2022. Now let's hand over to Rakesh Rao. Is able to present GeoTools and introduction.
Thank you, group.
Yeah, thank you, Guru.
So just now, I think group has shared customers some new feature of ZWCAD, which including GIS, ArcGIS features. So I think it will be very helpful for our customer to test it again. So now I would like to give the time to Rakesh Rao. So please.
Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rakesh Rao, and I am from DesignSense software. So we are a developer of add-on products for ZWCAD. So we have produced many software like CAD Power, GeoTools, and also have done a lot of custom programming. So let me start with GeoTools today. So let me just go. Screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this presentation is about a small add-on product called GeoTools, which runs on ZWCAD very efficiently. And first of all, I would like to introduce to you and define what is GeoTools, what is the objective of this product. Because sometimes there is a confusion, people don't know. Geo means obviously geographic data, but beyond that they don't know whether it is geography or survey or GIS or what. So we define GeoTools as a geographic data productivity software. So which means if you're using just ZWCAD, you may only have XYZ number of tools for your daily work, general tools. But with GeoTools, we make it more easy and more productive. So primarily it's useful for anyone who is using geographic data. And this mainly includes industries like infrastructure, surveying, mapping, oil and gas, mining, civil, road design, facilities management, and so on. But having said that, I would also like to add here that we have sold GeoTools to customers who are in AEC also. Many of the large architects, for example, they often receive data which have contours, which have got some levels, which have got some Google Earth information. So to process all this, GeoTools is quite helpful, and that's why I'm saying that it's got a very wide industry reach. So our product goal is to improve the CAD efficiency, improve the efficiency of the operator who uses geographic data. So our tagline for this product is work smarter, not harder. So we want you to understand and realize how there are easier and faster ways to do it, and not just, by working hard and long hours. So GeoTools offers 300 plus tools covering civil, AutoCAD map, geographic data conversion, mining, geology, and so on. So what are the benefits of GeoTools? Like I said, first is to increase the efficiency of the operator. Any job, if you can do it in 10 minutes, most likely there is a GeoTools tool which can do it in probably 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute. So how much time you're going to save depends on the tool, but all our tools are designed to help you save time. And when you save time, it means you have repetitive work which is being automated. So automatically that reduces the AutoCAD, the CAD operator fatigue also, which means repeatedly when they work, they get tired. So that tiredness can be reduced. So commonly required CAD tasks automated, and wide range of functionality like civil, geographic, map, data cleanup, topology, geology, and mining. Now I would like to tell you some differences on the product positioning for GeoTools. So we call ourselves as a GIS CAD preparation platform. So GeoTools is not a full-fledged GIS software like ArcGIS or MapInfo, but it is a software that can be used very usefully by people to create data for GIS purposes. Now, what do you mean data for GIS purposes? Data for GIS purposes means data should be clean, topology should be clean. There should not be any overlapping lines. The polygons must be closed. There should not be duplicates. There should not be, slivers. Slivers means, two sides of a polygon which should be exactly identical, but because of surveying or digitizing errors, they are not exactly identical. So these kind of mistakes in the drawing, which are inevitable from survey or from the operator, can be cleaned using GeoTools. So when we go to the live demo, I will show you more about it. GeoTools also has a lot of survey features. Surveying means, like, if you have a set of points, we can generate the TIN, triangulated irregular network, or the DTM model for your land data. Or if you have survey data which you have got from total stations, it may be in CSV files or DAB files or Excel files. We have the ability to import them in a wide range of formats. So that is why we say that GeoTools compares with Civil 3D, AutoCAD map, Spatial Data Manager, etc., and offers a compelling alternative at a very, very reasonable and attractive price. Now, we don't claim that we offer everything that Civil 3D gives or everything that AutoCAD map gives, but we can confidently claim that we offer most of the commonly required functionality by the user of Civil 3D or AutoCAD map. Now, these are some of the screenshots. I will be showing you 4 or 5 such screenshots, and then we move directly to the software live demo. So once you install GeoTools on ZWCAD, the GeoTools menu will appear at the end as a pull-down menu. It will also appear as a ribbon. It will also be accessible as a toolbar, and finally you can also run it from the command line. So all this I will show in the demo. Very easy to understand and use it. So you're seeing here the GeoTools Polyline toolset. The entire tools are classified in different categories. You can see already here Polyline, Conversion, Export, and so on. So for example, these are the conversion tools, and these are the export tools. These are annotation tools, civil tools. Civil tools probably is the most closest you can get to a software like Civil 3D. We have all the tools for contours, terrain modeling, slope analysis, color-coded maps, grading, polylines, then trimming, sheet generation, all those things. So the tools can be classified both for design as well as for map generation and layout preparation and so on. Then we have tools for block management, like various advanced tools like attribute, globally modify the attributes, transfer attributes from one block to another, or transfer the data from polyline to attribute, attribute to polyline, and all that. So again, you will see that in the live demo. Then here is the build tools, and then we have the draw tools here. And then we have a special section called geology and mining. So this is an add-on to GeoTools. GeoTools itself is an add-on to ZWCAD. Geology and mining tools are a specific, separately priced add-on which are very useful for mining and geological consultants. And again, here we offer some of the basic functionality required by mining people, like creating boreholes, creating benches, creating role diagrams and so on. So I will also be briefly showing you that, just about maybe 1 minute I will show you what it is, because this is only for a very specialized industry. So this is an example of output from the mining. Okay, so that was a PPT. So I don't want to show too much of PPT. It is better that we see the product live. Okay, how do I move this to the top? Yeah. How do I move the zoom window to the top? It's blocking my toolbar.
Yeah, I can see your screen now.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you also.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to move it to the top. Okay, no problem. I'll just move it.
We can see now
Yes,
GeoTools is running on ZWCAD 2022.
22, yeah.
Yeah.
So got it. So this is how it looks. Like I said, we have the GeoTools pull-down menu here, and under this we have different options like Polyline. So all the Polyline tools are here, shown here, and you can see that they're very logically organized. So under Polyline tools, if you come to join, we have join 3D polylines and automated join for 2D polylines. And under Polyline, we have changed 2D to 3D, 3D to 2D. So here also you have the different options. So I just clicked on one of them, and you can see if you want to convert a 3D polyline to 2D polyline, these are the different options, like change to 0 or lowest Z, highest Z, and so on. What I mean to say is there are multiple options for each commands which you can use. So let me now open some drawings, and I will show you how you can do with this. Say, for example, we're going to open this drawing here. So I'm going to start with some basic civil tools. So right now here I have a set of points. So you can see these are a set of points, and I'm going to now create a 3D DTM, or a digital terrain model, out of this. So I go to GeoTools, then I go to Civil Tools, I go to Surfaces, and I create TIN. So TIN is also known as Delaunay Triangulation. So if I click on this, what do you want to create, TIN or Voronoi polygons? Voronoi polygons also are another type of GIS data representation, so we can do that as well. So right now I'm going to create TIN, and I can choose 3D faces as the objects, and I'll say OK. And I'm going to select these points. So this is now going to process the points and create a TIN out of them. So you can see already that the TIN has been created, and it has also exported the TIN to an external file. So the advantage of this is a GeoDTM file. Advantage is that you can always retrieve it on another computer, or you can share it with your customer, or do various things. So I have a TIN now. So if I move it in a different view angle, you can see that this TIN is got the elevations and all that. So this is a simple way how I have converted a set of points into a TIN. Now let us see something more. I have here a spline. So this spline, for example, is my road alignment. So I'm going to place this spline here on top of this TIN, and now I want to create a road alignment. So I want to see how the road can be built. Now to create alignment, normally I require a polyline. Spline is not useful, because spline is good to, as a geometric curve, it is good, but for engineering design you need polyline and you need the points. So my first step will be now to convert this line into a polyline. So that is available here under the conversion tool. So if you go here under conversion, there are so many conversion tools. Out of that, we are interested now in convert spline to polyline. So I'm going to click on this. And I'm going to use this option called interpolate by intervertex distance, and interpolation distance are given as 50. Say OK, and I'm going to select this spline and say apply. And I have options to delete the original one and all those things. So I will say OK, don't delete. So just for you to see. So you can see that this is the original spline and this is the one which is after converting it to polyline. So this is a very useful tool because a lot of people spend so much time trying to convert a spline into a polyline. They may go manually digitizing pick point one by one and do it. But here with an interpolation value of 50, we have created the spline very easily. So now next I'm going to convert this into a 3D polyline. So initially it was 2D, so I am converting this into 3D. So converting it into 3D doesn't mean that it has got elevation. It only means that internally it is converted from a 2D polyline to 3D. So if you once again change the direction, if you change the direction, you can see still it is in 2D only. So we will now see how we can use interpolation to make it 3D. So I go to GeoTools and then I go to Build, and I'm going to use a tool called Drape a 3D polyline across a set of intersecting linear objects. So I click on this. Now what this tool does is it will convert this 2D polyline into a 3D polyline by interpolating the Z elevations. So I'm going to click on this one. Say OK. So it is doing an interpolation of the DTM, and you can see 85 vertices added. So if you click here, you can see it has done the interpolation now. So how do I prove it? So you can see now that the polyline is exactly following the contours or exactly following the slope of this terrain. Okay, so this is how I have converted my 2D spline to a polyline. From polyline 2D polyline, I converted to 3D polyline, and then I have a 3D draped polyline. I've acquired the Z elevation. So the last step, I'm going to go to Civil Tools, draw cross-section profile. So I'm going to draw a cross-section profile for this one. So you can see various options are there here: exaggeration factor, profile interval. This is very similar to what many people use Civil 3D for, and so I know for sure that many people use Civil 3D just for this one function, which we already have in GeoTools. For example, if you go quick stats, it also already tells you what is the minimum Z, maximum Z. So it is 244 to 344. So I'm going to set my reference height as 240. Okay, so you can see I've generated the cross-section profile. So it's very simple. With just GeoTools and ZWCAD, I've just picked this and generated the cross-section profile. And you can see there are different options here. I've used the interpolate option, but you can also use source, you can use slope. And what you have seen now is only 10% of the command. There are so many different options available here. You can create the output exactly how you want it. Okay, so this is one workflow that I have shown you, which allows you to create digital terrain model from land data and also convert that into a 3D profile. Now, one other thing that I want to highlight here, which will be one step before this actually, is here under export, we have a tool called import export points and lines. Now, I'm not going to show how to run this program because it's very simple and easy, but I just want to tell you that we have a powerful import-export module. It can bring in formats like NE, Northing listing, or Z, PNE, all combinations. You can have all combinations of your data. You can either import them or you can export them. Now, if you come to import and click on options, again, look at the options. Create the points as points or points and text or blocks or text or whatever description you have, you can bring them as layer name or as point number in the current layer. If you have blocks, you can, like for example, if I choose block, then you can choose what block you want, you can select the block. These are the predefined blocks in ZWCAD. Provided by GeoTools, but available in ZWCAD here. If you have your own blocks, you can choose them here as well. And there are now large number of options available here. You can pretty much use it in exactly the way you want. So I can confidently tell you that we have covered a lot of functionality by taking the real feedback from the users, because this product has been in the market for almost 22 years now. So it is very well tested and very well scoped also. It has got inputs taken from so many users across the world. So that is a tool for importing and exporting CSV files. So all your total station data can be imported with this one. So similarly, we have tools for importing ArcInfo, ArcView, DEM files, and so on. Quickly under Polyline Tools, we have seen this. Under Vertex Management, you can see tools like Densify, Weed, Place Points, and all that. So these are some of the cleanup tools. Again, more cleanup tools you can find here under this one, this section. And there is a separate menu here where topology building tools are available, like Analyze and Fix, Polyline Elevation Trends, Lineworks Snap, and Lineworks Processor, and so on. So for example, if you go to Lineworks Snap, I just want to show you what it does. This is something that AutoCAD map does quite well. Various types of undershoots and overshoots cleanup, line to line snapping, line to node, node to line, node to node, and so on. So if you are in the mapping or GIS data preparation industry, for example, if you are doing cadastral maps or you are doing revenue boundaries, or you're doing irrigation parcel boundary, all these tools you will relate to them very quickly. We have all of it available in GeoTools. Now let us move on to some other demo. So I'm going to open one more drawing here. So this is an example of a small parcel map. It is actually real data by one of our customers, and we have just taken some information from them. We just show this small piece to you here. Now here I want to show you a few things. The first thing I want to show you is a functionality called as Object Data Manager. So if you go to GeoTools Object Data Manager, so you can define object tables. Now, I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but this is something AutoCAD map does very well, and we have exactly the same functionality available for you in GeoTools. So for example, I have created a table called parcel info. So in this parcel info, I have three fields: area, owner, and year. So area is nothing but the area of the polygon. Owner is the name of the person owning the parcel. Year may be the year he purchased it. You can obviously you can add any number of fields you want. In this sample, I've just added 3. Now, this object table data functionality is very useful. It will help you to convert your drawing into a database. And this functionality is not limited just to GIS users. We have found use for this even in the AEC or manufacturing industry. Say for example, if you're in AEC, if you're an architect or engineer doing some normal designs, you can just create a database, tag it to your entity, maybe a parts database, maybe your some other commercial database, add it to that. And we have all functionality here like query, attach, detach, label, and so on. Now, to show you in practice, what I will do is I'm going to use a command called boundary. So it's called the boundary command. So I'm going to create a polyline boundary, and here I'm going to use the same object table what I have already created and choose this area attribute here. Now I'm going to just pick a point here. Now you might be aware of the boundary command in ZWCAD, which is a very standard command for creating boundaries. So what this command, what our boundary command in GeoTools does is it packages it in such a way that it will give you the end result as you want. See, this is my parcel map, and I want to create topological data so that finally I want to export this as a maybe as a CSV file. So I just picked a point here, and it says that a boundary point created, its area is so much, and its centroid is so much, and so on. So for example, if I click here, if I go to GeoTools, build, edit object table data, I'm going to pick the centroid point. So I think it's not, it didn't take the data, so let me just add it. So let me just go once again. Great. Yeah, so I pick a pick polyline, click here. Okay, so this way I can create my topologically correct boundary data. So what else can I do with this? It is very powerful. You can also import this object table data from outside, or you can export it to a CSV file, or you can create a CAD table from your object table data. So there are a lot of things that you can do with the object table data. So this is one of the topology building tools that is quite useful. Now let us look at some annotation tools. So let me go here to this one. Okay, so I have some polylines here, two polylines here. So I go to annotation tools. I have a command called label polyline segments. So here I can specify the label height. Say this much is my label height. So that is about 45 is good. Outside polyline, I can select all the options, what type of labeling I want and all that. So I'll just go here and pick this polyline. So you can see that it has labeled the polyline, or even the arc segment has been labeled with the correct length and the precision. Precision right now it is taken as 4, but you can change the precision to whatever you want. Suppose you want 1 as a precision, you can just select this and create the labeling outside. So similarly now, if I want to label this polyline, I can use the vertex labeling tool. So annotation, label polyline vertices. So there are several annotation methods like X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate, X, Y and all. I'm going to use the cumulative slope distance method. So let's check the height. So much, yeah, that is good. That is good. Precision, let us make it 1. We don't want too high precision. So I'm going to pick this. So you can see it has done the cumulative distance labeling along the vertex. So for each vertex it has put the distance, and at the end it has put the total distance also as a perimeter. Now again, just realize that what I have shown you is just one type of output. You can change so many things You can change so many things like, the text height, rotation angle, the offsets, the elevation checks, conditional labeling, so all those things. So a lot of things you can change and be able to create the output exactly how we want it. Okay, so there are also tools for contour labeling. So for example, if you come here, you can label the contours by elevation or curve length, at peak point or at midpoint, ends of curve and all that. So whatever common operations you want to do with your geographic data, like your TIN or your Google Earth or your contours, whatever. So we have the solution for you in GeoTools. So if you come to civil tools, you can see there are some tools for Google Earth. Here, sorry, under geographic tools, we have tools for bringing in Google Earth image, Google Earth point image, Google Earth image import, and so on. These are not internal tools. They are based on a very interactive method. So the accuracy is about 95 to 98%. I wouldn't say that it is 100% accurate, but it will be more than enough for all rough sketches and making a quick analysis of your sheet and all that. So similarly, we have rubber sheeting tool also available. Again, this is 95 to 98% accuracy, depending on how you click it and do it. So all this is possible. If any of you want some more information, we can always organize a one-on-one session to do this, because these are all specific scripts. These scripts are to be prepared, customized for each user, and we can show in detail. Again, this is the geological and mining tool. This already I showed you in the PPT. You can bring in the data in any way, in different ways you want it. So we have data that you can bring as blocks, data you can bring as hatches, and your data will be stored in CSV files. So let me just show you an example. So this is a typical example of a mining collar file. So it's called as a collar data. It is in CSV format. And this is a typical example of the borehole data. Now, what you see here, data is all organized in different columns. And if you come to our program, so if I go here to geological mining, this one, block, and say okay. Just give me a minute. Yeah, that's it. So you can see this is how the various inputs you have to give, the CSV file name, the columns, and all those things. And once you click on draw straight out attached to borehole, you can run it. Hatch method. And here you can see from whatever you have in your CSV file, you can put the column number. All you need to do is make sure that the column number is specified correctly. Similarly, if you go to more properties, you can specify additional properties also. Once your column numbers are put correctly, the data will come in correctly. So it doesn't matter how your CSV file is structured. In GeoTools, any CSV file you use as input, whether it is survey data or mining data or geographic data, as long as you specify the options correctly, your data can be imported in GeoTools. Now, like I told you, you can call the commands from the command line also. If you just come to the command line and type GT, you can see all the GeoTools commands here. So some of the experts, they like to type the command directly from command line. They can do it here. Or like I said, it is through the pull down menu or the ribbon. So ribbon also very easily you can access. Very user friendly. Once you start using it, you will realize that it's quite easy to operate. And the best part about GeoTools is its value for money. So you can try it out, and I'm always available. Anytime you need my help, you can always come to me and ask for a specific information or anything. Yeah, so that is the basic demo of GeoTools. I hope you all enjoyed and found it useful. Please feel free to ask any questions. I'll be happy to answer them for you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Rakesh Rao.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. So GeoTools looks powerful and perfect running on ZWCAD. Actually, I think it will meet many customers' needs, especially together with the new ArcGIS module.
Yes, definitely. It is very useful. That is why I mentioned in this that let the
Yes.
people come to us, then we will be able to give them more information. Because in this 20 minutes, this is the maximum I can tell. But we can always take it to the next level by engaging with the customer one-on-one. So I request all of the attendees to do so.
Yes. I think we have a question from Mr. Sendroy. Can you help to answer in the checkbox?
I'm sorry, where is the question? I didn't see.
He's asking, do we have R2V tools?
No, we don't have raster to vector conversion tools, because for the simple reason that if you look at any of the standard products in the market, there was, I think, Autodesk raster design, and so many companies have come up with those. To be very honest, R2V is still not a very mature technology. It doesn't convert properly, and even after converting, there's a lot of cleaning to do. So R2V is something, it's a very delicate subject. It's not very easy to do R2V, so it's not there in GeoTools.
Yes. Is there any question from our distinguished guest? Okay, maybe I also have a question. What do you think about spatial managers, which is how to work with ZWCAD and GeoTools?
Yeah, okay. I can probably show you for a minute spatial manager. If just let me see, how do I share my screen once again?
Yeah, so I think we don't have much time, maybe 3 minutes longer. And our guest, you can leave the question in the checkbox or Q&A box. Yeah.
No, I think I stopped sharing my screen. Zoom.
You can continue to share. Let's wait for some more questions if there's any.
Yeah, but where is the Zoom thing has gone now? How do I get it? How do I get the Zoom back?
Okay.
It's okay. I can't see I can't get the Zoom window back.
It's okay. No problem. So as I know, ZWCAD already support the spatial manager for many years. So if there's any customer that are interested in this add-on as well, you can have a test on ZWCAD. It's free for trial for 30 days.
Yes.
So if you need longer, you can contact with Hop Technology or Rakesh Rao. We can help you better.
Sure, not a problem.
Okay, so of course you're also welcome if you have any question about ZWCAD.
There is another one question called geolocation available. Kunal Shah.
Okay, we have question now. Geolocation?
Yeah, geolocation is something we don't have, but I don't know, is it available in ZWCAD? Because that is something which should be provided from the platform level.
In ZWCAD, you can import geolocation in 32-bit, 64-bit, there is some issue. You can import geolocation, YAML file, that is possible.
No, KML file is different. I think the question is whether you can set the coordinate system of the drawing. So probably that was the question. I don't know.
and that is the RGS the ZWCAD 2022 SP1. It will support RGS. Maybe there you can use
probably.
geolocation. I think RGS part, it is you can able to locate the geolocation.
Yes.
Got it. I got it back. I got my the zoom window. For some reason, it was not there. Yeah. So just for 1 minute, I will just show you. So if you want to see how Spatial Manager works, the basic stuff. So what you need to do is you need to open blank drawing if you want to just get the world map. Otherwise, you need to have a drawing with the geolocation already done. Spatial Manager also can do geolocation, by the way. So here, if you go to show, so it will ask you what type of data service you want to use. So I'm going to use, for example, Google Maps. So I'll say OK. So once you do that, it should now come up with, black and white. So if you zoom in now, so you can, as you zoom in, you can see that Spatial Manager will bring in the data from Google Maps and display it here. I think it's in black and white, so let me just show. Okay, sorry. I think I used some other map earlier. So Google Map is here, then we go to hybrid. Yeah, now it's correct. So this is one of the most common uses for Spatial Manager. You'll be able to use your ZWCAD as a live Google Earth to bring in the data, and whatever coordinates you're seeing here, say for example, if you do an ID, so these are the actual UTM coordinates of the place.
Yes.
So this is one important thing in Spatial Manager. The other important thing is if you go to import, you can import a wide variety of formats, like for example GPX, KML, SHP, SQLite, XYZ, and all that. So the two important functions of Spatial Manager on ZWCAD is to either to import shape data, SHP files, or to import KML files and so on. So these are useful. Then the third important use, I would say, is you can go to terrain. Where is it? Yeah, go to terrain, and so you can use these terrain functions to get elevations of any part of the world. You can bring it into ZWCAD, create contours, create a terrain model, and so on. And it has got a number of basic GIS functionality also, like buffer, overlay, dissolve, centroids, and all of that. But I think it's a good software for its price point. So we are selling the Spatial Manager here in India for roughly for about $600 to $700. It's quite a good buy at that price.
Together with ZWCAD, we can save the total budget, of course.
Yes.
So that's why there are more and more developers like DesignSense and Spatial Manager. They are porting their add-on from AutoCAD to ZWCAD.
Yes.
Because we have as excellent as AutoCAD for the API, and the platform is also very good.
Yeah.
So there's almost no difference. So anyway,
Absolutely.
thank you very much.
There was no problem actually in running these files on ZWCAD.
Okay, so I guess we have taken much time of our customer. Any more questions?
There
If
is
you
one
want to
question
ask.
from Sanjay Biswas.
Okay.
Great support both 32 and 64-bit it will support.
You mean ZWCAD, of course, we support
No,
both
GeoTools.
GeoTools.
Yeah, GeoTools will support anything that ZWCAD supports because it is an add-on. So we don't have any supporting rules from our side. Whatever, if ZWCAD runs, GeoTools also runs. Did I answer the question? So it runs. Answer is yes.
Okay, I think we have answered the questions.
Yeah.
So if you have any more questions, please send us email. You can find me in LinkedIn, find me or in LinkedIn very easily. So we love to communicate with you for more. And okay, one more question, right? Okay.
Partial manager, partial data support.
Partial manager
Oh,
support.
okay, yes. Spatial data also will support both.
Yes.
Because if it runs on ZWCAD, anything that runs on ZWCAD, we are supported. So it runs.
Okay. So very good. Thank you. That's a great presentation. Thank you, Rakesh Rao.
Yes, thank you,
So,
Ben. Thank you, Guru.
thank you, our guest, for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Ben.
My pleasure. So hope we can
Yes.
see you again.
Yes.
And keep in touch. Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
So bye now. Bye, Jacob. Bye, Rakesh
Bye.
Rao and
Yeah.
Guru and
Bye,
our
Jacob.
guest
Bye,
from India.
everyone. Yeah.
Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye. You too.